Hello and welcome to the course Private Pilot Maneuvers. Today we'll talk about Chandelles. A chandelle is a very nice maneuver to practice general coordination skills, but also especially maximizing climb performance for a given bank angle. Now, a chandelle basically is a 180-degree climbing turn. And it's probably most easily described by splitting it up in two parts. That's the first 90 degrees, so the first half of the turn, and then the second 90 degrees of the turn. Now to start the chandelle, you do that normally with the flaps and the gear up at the maneuvering speed. Of course, you should have sufficient altitude before you start to maneuver, and also you should have cleared the area for traffic. Now, once the entry airspeed has been reached, the maneuver starts by rolling into a 30-degree bank, and then neutralize the ailerons, and when the bank angle has been established, you begin to increase the pitch attitude smoothly towards the climbing pitch attitude. And at the same time, you apply climb power. Be aware that you will need a lot of rudder during the turn. There are propeller effects, and of course you're also turning, so you need to apply appropriate rudder. That's also why this is a nice exercise to learn coordinated flight. Now the goal is to reach the maximum pitch attitude exactly at the 90 degrees point, so halfway through the turn. And until this point, you should also keep the 30 degrees bank. And now at the 90-degree point, you do not change the pitch anymore, you just keep it right where it is, so you should have reached the maximum pitch angle, and you begin to roll out of your 30 degrees of bank. And the goal is that you have reached 0 degrees bank exactly again at the 180-degree point, so at the end of the maneuver. And also the goal is that you have set such a pitch angle that also exactly at the end of the maneuver, your airspeed is just a bit above the stalling speed. And throughout this entire maneuver, always maintain coordinated flight. So this is also one of the most common mistakes that are made during the maneuver is not applying the correct rudder pressure. Some other common mistakes, of course, are setting the wrong pitch angle so that at the end of the maneuver the airspeed is not just above stalling, but it is actually already below stalling speed, and that's something that shouldn't happen during the maneuver. You should not stall the airplane. Or the other way around, the speed is too high at the end of the maneuver. Another common mistake is not keeping the bank angle until a 90-degree point and then rolling out of the bank too fast or too slowly. All right. So, well, this is a typical maneuver where talking about it is the one thing, but to really understand it and getting the grips of it, you need to get into the airplane and just try it out. Try it out a few times. Of course, this is hard to get right the first time. So I'd say let's conclude this briefing, and we'll meet in the airplane to try this out.